where do you think they can go with this iteration of this team? We talked about them needing like this big man, and they don't have it. So like, where do you see this team really realistically going?
I think they're going to be a damn tough out. I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they have.
No matter what team you are, like OKC.
I would not want to play them. Like, I'm not saying, when I say that, they
I know
can
what
be
you mean.
beaten, and OKC is a better basketball team.
Yeah.
But if you find yourself in close games, they might have the two best guys on the floor,
Yeah.
and that's tough to beat sometimes.
One thing for certain is every single year since the beginning of time, after All-Star break, the NBA gets really interesting. That's when the guys, they pick it up and start really playing ball.
Yeah.
It looks different. It's a different product. Basketball right now is a different product than within September.
Yeah. There's a lot of
October,
reasons for that, though.
You know,
There's a lot of reasons.
playoff positioning.
Well, yeah, you've played enough of the season so that you know, like, okay, here are the teams that are good, here are the teams that aren't good, and now you're kind of jockeying for position. You're past the trade deadline, so any teams that have made significant moves are now like rocking with those moves, and other teams who maybe have liquidated kind of have accepted what they are, and then you're kind of sitting there like, again, football's done. Like, now it's you. This is your time, And so I think just the whole energy of it, the competitiveness, is there. Did you hear that thing about the 40-20 rule?
No.
Yeah, I guess Phil Jackson said this many years ago, but it's like, how do you determine what a contender is in the NBA? And he said it's easy. It's the 40-20 rule. And so any team that wins 40 games before they lose 20 is, by rule, a contender. Any team that loses 20 before they win 40 is essentially a pretender. And something like 15 out of the last 16 years, that's been true.
Okay.
That the team that wins the title has had at least 40 wins before 20 losses.
And that was Phil Jackson.
Yeah, Phil Jackson.
All right,
He knows a thing or two about winning.
Yeah. Knows
Yeah.
a thing or two about winning, and knows a thing or two about white women too.
Does he?
He was with
Jeannie Buss.
Jeannie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying she ain't white, but like, it's not exactly the white woman you want.
Jeannie fits the bill.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
She's been around the league too long. She probably fucked Magic Johnson.
So.
It's not what you were talking about last week, my
Nah,
friend.
maybe not. Maybe not too much.
So.
Um,
I don't know if you want to follow Magic Johnson either. Phil didn't have any trouble, I guess.
You know what's funny about that? I was thinking about posting this on Facebook the other day, and I didn't, because I just had a lot of eyes on me. But I took this this Asian girl out one time.
Yeah?
I took this Asian girl out from Pine Hills, and we went out. I took her to the movies, and we did a couple other things, and I had full plans to do something with this Asian girl, meaning nighttime stuff, grown people stuff.
Intimate activities.
And she was like, yeah, and I'm gonna make you some oxtails and rice and.
Was
and
she like
peas.
a Caribbean Asian?
No, she's Asian, but lived
okay.
in Pine Hills. And I was like, nah, that's it. I can't do this anymore.
For real?
Yeah, because I want an Asian girl. I don't want oxtails and peas and rice.
She was an urban Asian girl.
I want, and it made, it sounds what it sounds like. It is what it is.
You
but
want white rice.
I want some,
and maybe some Kobe beef.
I thought that's what I was stepping into.
Not if she's from Pine Hills.
But you fast forward 10 years later, this girl, she posted a picture of some oxtails, just randomly.
The same girl.
Same girl. But she's like a successful lawyer. She's making like $300,000, $400,000 a year.
Really?
Yeah, living out on the West Coast.
On the West Coast, she left the area.
Yeah. A lot of
You
people
could
may
have
even know
rode
what I'm
those
talking about.
coattails right out.
Right out to Hollywood,
Yeah.
man. She's living the life. She's probably making more than that, honestly. She's like a big top of her firm type stuff.
Damn, I can't believe it.
I could have been the one.
You could have been.
Yeah.
You turned her down because she offered you oxtail.
She's with a white man now, so
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he's taking care of her.
She's probably taking care of him.
Probably so.
She's the big swinging dick in that relationship. That's great.
Anyway, Luka, man. Luka returned. Well, not returned to Dallas. Dallas came to L.A. First time he's played. He's played. On the right side is I just thought that was a funny quote from Dorian Finney-Smith about playing with Luka and LeBron. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm always butt naked, wide open.
Yeah.
Because those guys garner so much attention, and you know, and that's
He'd
what
be a
those
big
role
hit at the
players.
Parliament House.
But man, just watching that game and watching the Lakers, man, that's the draw now. Matter of fact, I saw something else where that was the highest viewing game the NBA has had this season. It was like something like 3.2 million.
And it was, I mean, to be fair, it was a 10 o'clock game.
That's a
Which
late
could
game.
be tough for ratings. I mean, 10 o'clock game on a Tuesday night is your highest rated game of the year. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. I'm sure when he goes back to Dallas, that game would be even more.
That would just be way more
crazy.
compelling, just simply because you'll have the fans reacting to his return.
Yeah.
That will be definitely a different dynamic.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that the trip to Dallas was
Was the
before
first
trip.
one.
Yeah, that would have been extra special
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everybody involved. Kyrie, bro, he shaved his beard.
Yeah.
He looks weird.
He looked weird, and you can see. I forgot he had like the dark things in his face, but yeah, when you shave your beard, all of that highlights. He looks a little weird, but the game's still the same.
Yeah. No, he was pretty.
The game's still the
awesome.
same. He's he was scoring all over the place, and it was a competitive
Couple
game.
steals too.
Yeah. It was
He got one on Luka. Luka tried to post him and he stole it.
Yeah. But they were chanting "Thank you, Nico" in the crowd.
And he was there.
He was there. He's Luka. They said Luka talked to everybody but him and Kid.
Okay.
He talked.
he
He literally
holds
talked to
issues
every
with
single
Kid.
player. Huh?
He holds issue with Kid then.
Yeah, he holds issues with
Oh,
Kid.
okay.
Even though Nico says that Kid wasn't a part of the decision-making process.
Yeah.
But he thinks he was, man.
Yeah, that is interesting because like in the press conference early with Dallas, like Kid was looked like he was a hostage.
Yeah.
Like he did not look like this was his move or that he signed off on it or even knew. So that is funny that he has an issue with Kid.
But do you see what I was saying a couple of weeks ago about like Luka's just not gonna change? Like he's gotten
Oh,
like
he got a T in the
he's
first
gotten
3
like
minutes.
he's gotten like 5 or 6 texts since he's been to
Yeah.
LA already,
Which
and
I-
all of them are like arguing with the
Yeah,
ref.
no, the criticisms that Dallas have of him are wholly legitimate. The decision to trade him may not be justified, and what they traded him for is not a good deal.
That's my thing.
But the criticisms are legitimate. You're at home, you're playing your former team, and again, 3 minutes into the game, you get a tech for shouting at the referee and staying behind the play. Like, what is that? That's just like mental instability. It is. There's no need for that. It benefits. It doesn't benefit the team. It doesn't benefit you as getting a call down the line. You're just a dick, like in the mind of literally every official in the league.
Yeah.
You are a dick, and they're not afraid of you because you're such a dick.
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing some stories that like people might have been afraid of Allen Iverson. That they would just, when he yelled at him, it unsettled him. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, and it's stupid and it's pointless. And, again, at some point, like, grow up and get it out of your game. I mean, if there's a bad sign for the Lakers, that was it.
Yeah, but just knowing because he's one of my favorite players. I watch so much of his games. Once you kind of that's just not going anywhere. Like I was so confident that's not going anywhere because that's just a part of him. He was 15, 16 years old in those highlight tapes coming into the draft doing that. Like that's just a part of him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's able to change that. But I wonder like how like I try to watch LeBron when those things happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's so opposite. Like LeBron, he'll, if he misses, if a call is missed, right, he'll make some type of gesture or whatever. but he's never going crazy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I rarely see LeBron get teched up because if he's going hard at the official.
Well, I also think
But he does complain, so.
he does. I wouldn't say they're afraid of him, but they treat him differently.
There you go.
He gets a longer leash on that stuff.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And he doesn't. They don't.
He
go
probably
as
doesn't
quick
say.
to
He
that.
probably doesn't say a lot of the magic words too.
That's true.
Luka saying
But
all
I'm not,
of the magic
I'm not
words.
a magic word guy.
But some of those referees are.
No, and I think if you are a magic word guy, you are not a man. You're not. You're not. You are a bitch and a hoe. If you have magic words, and those could be your magic words. But I just think that you're stupid. Like, you're going to yell at me and do whatever, and I'm cool with it unless you say these 4 words. Like, come on, man. Like, either you're right or wrong. Either you're justified in a complaint or not.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But the weird thing, and again, I didn't catch the end of the game because I passed out. But apparently, LeBron kind of went down the tunnel a little early,
Okay.
and so there was a little bit of a talking point of what was that all about. I'm not sure. So that was a little fascinating to me. I don't know if you heard or saw anything about that.
No, I didn't see.
Okay.
I didn't see anything about
Okay.
that.
But yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on with that. But to your point though, when Luka got that early tee, I'm thinking 2 things. Is this guy stupid enough to get kicked out of this game? Because
Yeah.
you do that 3 minutes into the game, you don't give yourself a lot of leeway to have an issue later.
Exactly.
And then the other part of that is I didn't see LeBron react to that at all.
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
try to look
yeah,
his way, but
yeah.
he hasn't been reacting to
Yeah.
that. So I'm curious to know that. But where do you think they can go with this iteration of this team? We talked about them needing this big man,
Yeah.
and they don't have it. So what do you see this team really realistically going?
I think they're going to be a damn tough out. I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they have.
No matter what team you are.
No,
OKC.
I would not want to play them. I'm not saying, when I say that, they
No, I
can
know what
be
you mean.
beaten, and OKC is a better basketball team.
Yeah.
But if you find yourself in close games, they might have the 2 best guys on the floor,
Yeah.
and that's tough to beat sometimes.
Yeah.
And so in that, I would be concerned about playing them in a playoff series. They're dangerous at this point. And they might add another piece or 2 in the buyout market. So I'm not convinced that what we see right this moment is the final iteration of this Lakers team.
Well, they tried to bring Alex and Lynn in, but he's a bum.
He's always been a bum since birth. He came out to Coochie as a bum. They shouldn't have given him a baby name, just like right there at the hospital, just put bum under his name.